Please, sir. Please, sir.
Listen, let me tell you. I don't care. If you like, go to Savisa or to the water, as long as this house is concerned. I am the owner of this edifice. Did you hear me?
But Daddy was your brother.
Yes, he was my brother. But what did he do for me? Nothing.
Lena and Beauty were very happy living with both their parents. They were so rich and business was flourishing and the girls were doing well in school. The family had the best banter and family games and vibes that come with rich nuclear family. One day, me and Mrs. Hoba told their children they are going to the village. They are going there to supervise their build and lands and pay respect to the chief. But before that happened, Pearl, who was a cousin to Mieoba, came to the house. Pearl came in to thank her cousin for everything he did for her during her university days. Few days later, Mr. Eoba and his wife travel early to the village. That same day, Pearl and the girls got the news that their parent got into an accident. A month later, they held a funeral for Mr. Eoba and his wife. Beauty was not aware that her parents are dead, but Lena knows. After the burial rites and everything was done and dusted, their uncle came into the house and chased them out. The uncle told them they don't have papers and right to be in the house. The children begged for their lives, but that was not taken seriously. Lena, Beauty, and Pearl were on the streets and had nowhere to go or who to call on. Pearl remembered her old place, which was one ghetto. Pearl took them there. Lena and Beauty were not comfortable. The girls are not used to the poor life and started being disrespectful towards Pearl. This when Pearl told them they have no other options. For them to get a place they had to rent, so Pearl collects their phones and other things they thought they could sell. They got a little money and rented a place in the slum. As they got to sleep for the night, next day some of the items got missing. All their foodstuffs were stolen. They shouted for help, but no one came to their rescue. Then a guy called James helped them with some food to eat. He told them no one leaves their doors open and it's their fault their items were stolen. Pearl sold her wig and she started looking for jobs. Pearl, Beauty, and Lena were confused on what to do with their lives. Lena suggests that her sister Beauty should go to public school, then she will sell pie or what to help. Pearl will continue to do what she does for them. Pearl agreed with her. Beauty started her school. After school hours, Beauty helps her sister to sell pure water and Lena met an old schoolmate. Her mate mocked her, so they left the place. When they got home, they sat and waiting for Pearl to return. Pearl never returned for days. The girls were lost in thoughts. James came in to help with food and encouragement from him to them. Their money were running out, so Beauty stopped going to school to help her sister with selling water. Then on their way back home, they met Pearl coming from a hospital. When they got home, Pearl told them she got into an accident and she could move. Pearl told them she would not even think of leaving them behind. James got them and he was happy Pearl was back to the girls. Everything went back to the way it was. Hot afternoon. Zach is another guy who came from service. Pearl and Lena admire him for looking good. Zach became close to Pearl and the girls and offered drinks or food to them sometimes. Lena was selling her pure water, and man tried to abuse her. Beauty came to her rescue. Another day, Zach saw Lena alone and he offered to take her out. Lena agreed and went with Zach to go to a bar. Zach ordered alcohol for Lena and bid to abuse her. Luckily, Lena works in the bar and she stopped Zach and protected Lena from. When Pearl got home, she warned Zach to stay away from them and especially the kids. Zach became angry and defensive about the situation. Week later, as Lena and Beauty were selling their pure water, Lena got kidnapped. Beauty noticed to learn the car number plate. Lena ran home and met James. She was too scared to talk till Pearl got back from work. Beauty told them Lena was taken by a car and they were all screaming. Immediately, Pearl knew Lena was kidnapped. Next day, they went to report to the police about his situation. Weeks passed by and there is still not positive feedback from the police. Pearl, Beauty, and James started the search by themselves. James remember he has one uncle who can help further in the case. Since they believe it because they do not have money and that's why the police were not putting in the effort to help, the uncle came in and heard Beauty continues to mention car number plates. The uncle started his search on the car number. As they were coming from the police station, they met the family lawyer who they heard died in an accident. The lawyer immediately followed them to their ghetto house. He explains to them that he was attacked by gang men when he was coming to submit documents to them in their house. But he was able to survive and he is back now to help them get their property back. Lawyer was also told about the kidnapping situation and he was shocked all these things happened while he was all trying to survive. Lawyer left and told them he will be back. Beauty and Pearls cries since they still have not heard any news about their sister Lena. Meanwhile, Lena was kidnapped by Zach. He kidnapped her to sell her part for ransom. Zach told Lena that nobody is coming to rescue her and very soon she will die and he will be rich. Zach went to Lena again and was trying to untie and hear the siren from the police getting closer. Zach realized the police were at his location and tried to escape. Fortunately, it was too late for him. The police caught up with and rescued Lena. The lawyer also was able to prove that the documents of the property were in his possession. The lawyer sacked the uncle out of the house and the girls and Pearl were back to their house. Lena reunited with Beauty and Pearl in their house. Lawyer reads the will of their father to them and it stated the every property is for Lena and Beauty, but they will only have access when they turn old enough. And for the meantime, Pearl will supervise everything and their welfare. The girls thank the lawyer and they live their mansion happily. Pearl now decided to visit Zach in prison. Pearl asked Zach why he did what he did. Zach was not remorseful at all. He told Pearl that if he get the chance he will do it again. And anytime he comes out, he will kidnap Lena and add Beauty to it. Pearl told Zach that he will rot in jail and left him. Pearl came home with James. She informed the girls about James and they agreed that James can stay with them. James was happy to stay with them, but he confessed his sins to them. James told them that he was the one that stole their foodstuffs and wigs. They all laughed it out and they warned James not to steal again, especially in this house. They all laughed it out and shared a hug. James was now begging to the part of the family. Beauty and Lena shouted in chorus and said no. Beauty asked if he can call him uncle and Lena also thanked him for how he helped in rescuing her from Zach. James said he did that because he knows how it feels not to have siblings and he did not want that for them. He just wanted to help in any way possible. They were all happy the whole drama and problems were over them now. They shared a glass of juice to celebrate the good life. Thanks for watching this recap. This channel brings you the best Nollywood movies. We save you time and money. Don't forget to subscribe and like our videos for more movie recap.
Nothing.
Uncle, you can shout like this.
Oh, this is the small one you are seeing. When you grow up, you see the bigger one. This is the beginning. This is part A.
Oh, yeah, wait, at least can I just eat before I move?
What are you going to eat? We are going nowhere. Listen, I'll flog you. I'll flog you.